The Sega Master System. The challenge will always be there.
Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again. And this time we're going to look at game number 7 in our 20 from the Sega Master System series. And this game, I'll admit, it's a copycat of Castlevania, but it's a very good copycat of Castlevania. And this game is called Master of Darkness, released in Europe, I believe, not the US, in 1993 by a company called SIMS, which stands for Soft Development Innovation Multi-Success, and it is a joint venture of Sanritsu Denki and Sega Enterprises. But this game is really quite cool. It has you as a some sort of professor or something, or a doctor or something, and your name is Dr. Social. What a dumb name. But the music in this is great, the action is great. There's some things that are frustrating about the game, but it's really, really well done. I was surprised to hear that there was sort of a Castlevania type of game for the Sega Master System, and this is very, very well done. And there's a Ouija board that figures into the backstory, and you also use the Ouija board when you elect to continue or end your game after you lose all your lives. But it's a lot like Castlevania, the way that it plays. You climb upstairs, you can break certain blocks and get items. You have a main weapon, and you can get sub-weapons. But the gist of the game is that you are out to kill a vampire. And there are certain bosses at the end of each stage. Each stage has like 3 parts to it. And there are 5 stages. And you get cutscenes after you beat a boss, or before a stage begins. There are only 4 main weapons that you can get. There is a hammer, there is a sword, there is a knife, and there is an axe. The knife is the weakest. It has the shortest range, and it's very, very weak. Do not get the knife. Hammer and sword have nice reach. The axe does not have good reach, but it is the strongest weapon, or the strongest main weapon. And we'll get started. You start on the Thames River, and yeah, this takes place in London. The candles in Castlevania that have items or weapons, they are masks in this game, and sometimes there will be little boats or little canoes or whatever that you can take. Oops. And they might be able to get you across to another purchase of land. There are also items that resemble the smart bomb type of item from Castlevania that kills all the enemies. The 2 biggest pain in the ass enemies in this game are the bats and the dogs. You will get a potion here and there, a red potion that will refill all your life. There will be items that give you extra bonus points. There is a red gem that is 1,000 points, and there is a little diamond that's 300 points. The big crystal is the smart bomb type of item. You have various enemies that sometimes they just kind of amble about, and sometimes they'll take a shot at you. But the bat has such a... It's got, I think, numerous different flight patterns that it can execute, and it can easily get the drop on you. It's a real pain in the butt. But the 4 sub-weapons are a pistol, and that is the weakest. Try not to get that. It only shoots 1 shot at a time, and it's really weak. There's a boomerang, a bomb, and only when you first reach stage 4 will you be able to get the last one, and it's a stake. Later on in the game, there will be kind of a labyrinthine, layout for the levels, and they're very, very maze-like, and you can go in multiple different directions, and it's easy to get lost. But that's not yet. This is pretty straightforward. Yeah, there will be kind of a little dock type of area that you can walk on before you get to that raft or a boat or whatever. We are close to the end of this stage, I believe. Like I said, there are 3 parts to each stage, and at the end of the stage, there will be a boss fight. And we've beaten stage 1-1, or round 1-1. And you'll get bonus points for life remaining, time remaining. I don't know that there are any ways to get an extra life, certainly not by scoring. There might be one really rare item that gives you an extra life. And this time we have kind of hunchback type of guys. But this game has such terrific music and action. Yeah, if you were kind of bummed that there wasn't a Castlevania game for the Sega Master System, this is good enough. Definitely check out Master of Darkness. Sometimes it's hard to tell what's a block and what isn't a block, and you'll jump on it thinking that it's a block and it's not, and you'll fall to your death in the water. Just kind of got to get used to what is and what isn't. But like I said, I hate those dogs. They are quick to attack. They'll just attack all of a sudden, and you won't be ready for it. But you'll have to duck and attack. The sub-weapons you can collect multiple times, and you'll be able to, the same one multiple times, and you'll be able to get extra ammunition of them. Yeah, enemies can respawn if you back off, and you'll have to deal with them again. I'm not gonna do a full playthrough of this game. I think I played through the first couple levels, and then I skipped to certain parts of the later levels. Yeah, if there's an item that you do not want, then just stand still if you break it open from the mask. It'll disappear fairly quickly. He jumped down there to join his buddy. Yeah, that was that crappy knife. I didn't really want to collect that. Yeah, don't stand too close to the item or the mask that you're going to break open, just in case you get a crappy item. But yeah, it's good graphics, great music, good action. Yeah, you have to hit the hunchback guy 3 times with that crappy knife. Ugh. I'm never quite ready for that stupid dog. And that's the end of the second part. And there's a third part to the round. A third stage. And once you get to the end of that one, then you will face the boss. I think at the end of this video there was a little bit of the graphical glitching that I've been getting with Sega Master System games via Format Factory. I will change to a different file scrunching software. Now we have these ghouls in green. So, some of them fly at an angle, and it's kind of annoying. Some of the areas where it looks like you might fall to your death, you won't. You'll just fall to a lower area. I mean, some of them. There is a very useful code that we will look at later. Yeah, watch out for these guys. They'll fire a shot at you. Yeah, the axe is the best weapon, the best main weapon. And again, the best... Ah, crap! Don't fall off! The best sub-weapon is a stake, I believe. I think it's the strongest. Yeah, definitely don't want that one. I like the detail of the pages on the walls fluttering in the breeze. It's kind of cool. This is just a really well done game. And here is a breakable wall. I'm not sure what I got there. Oh, I think I got an extra life. Yeah, I think that's the rare extra life icon. But if you run out of time, you will lose a life. Of course, if you run out of life, you will lose life. And there's the potion that I got to refill my life. That potion is actually maybe a little bit more common than you might think. You know, it acts like the chicken leg from Castlevania. Damn it! Sometimes you'll need to duck and attack an enemy in order to have a better chance at hitting them. And we'll pick up some boomerangs. And I think I'm gonna face a boss. Oh, not quite yet. But I will very soon. Yeah, even the stages kind of look like something out of Castlevania. Like I said, the stairs, the breakable walls, stuff like that. But it's, you know, if you can get past your annoyance that it's so similar to Castlevania, there's plenty to really like about this game. You can duck and crawl by pressing down and left or right, and you'll crawl in one direction or the other, and you'll need to actually do that at some point. Looking at those candles on the wall, it makes you think of Castlevania, and you want to break those to try to get your item, but no, they don't do that. That's the masks that do that. And we just saw the Smart Bomb crystal. Yeah, don't want to grab that knife because it is so darn crappy. Ah! Those enemies get so fast and you just don't have enough time. I think that wall to the right is breakable, yep. And there, got a life refill even though I didn't really need much. Ah, stupid bats. They have such a pain-in-the-ass pattern. But once they fly completely off the screen, they should be gone. Ugh! And those stupid green-garbed enemies can fly so fast. Here's the boss. And this boss is actually Jack the Ripper. But we'll throw some boomerangs at him. He'll try to slash you if he gets close. But you can see his life meter and your life meter. And when you hit him with the boomerang, he falls down, straight down. which might be useful to remember. And there I've beaten him. And we will get another cutscene right after this. I wish you could get extra lives via certain point values, but you have to get the rare 1-up icon, and I'm not sure what it is. But yeah, a vampire was controlling Jack the Ripper. The most infamous unsolved mystery of all time. I never found out who Jack the Ripper was. Some pretty good movies, loose at the very least, loosely based on Jack the Ripper. Time After Time, I liked that one a lot. There was I think a made-for-TV movie with Michael Caine. From Hell was pretty good with, I think, Johnny Depp. And on this stage, there are women that will appear when you pass them, and then they will attack you. The first stage was the Thames, and this stage is called House of Wax. And these are wax statues that you walk by, and then they attack you. But it's just the women dressed in white. Sometimes you're kind of screwed. There'll be like a platform that you need to get to, and the enemies will be just moving too fast back and forth on that platform for you to not get hit. When you're climbing a series of stairs, one after another, you can just keep holding up on the controller and you'll just continue to climb each set of stairs that are connected. I hate those bats patterns, but if you see a guy kind of pacing back and forth in place, then they're gonna fire a shot at you, so just remember that. You'll need to be ready to duck. I hate these bats. And there's a little bit of potion. You can hook to the right, falling from that platform quite easily to avoid falling in the pit there. And sometimes there will be a scene like this where enemies will just attack en masse, and you'll hear this sound effect, and you need to keep killing them until they're all dead. And there, that's the last of them. The ground will break away and I'll just fall down to the next part. And here we go, more women. They'll hit you with their head if you stand on that bottom platform, and you'll take damage. When are they gonna stop? Is that the last one? Oh, I have to kill him too. Yeah, sometimes it looks like you've gotten all the enemies that are moving quickly. Whoops. I'm almost dead. But there might be one slow one that's left, and you'll need to kill that one too. And you'll want to kill it first, and then that might keep more enemies from appearing. I hate those bats. I hate the dogs. The dogs definitely a lot of gamers that have played this complain about. The dogs are a pain in the ass. And there was that smart bomb crystal, or whatever you want to call it. Is this the end of the stage? Yep. It's sometimes kind of hard to tell where the end of a stage is. Just try to run or move to the far left or right or whatever and see if that does anything. Now this part is kind of a pain. Don't fall off. These three blocks will collapse. So try to get across and hope that the bat doesn't knock you into the abyss. I wonder what that skull is. Oh, it might have been another. Might have been a bonus point item. But yeah, just kind of poke around and see what blocks might break. Now we have not only haunted furniture, but we have these knives that try to jab where you're at. And what you want to do is keep moving so you get him to jab where you were, and then like maybe turn around and jump and slash so you kill it. There's another smart bomb crystal. Maybe there was a Castlevania planned for the Sega Master System. I don't know. I don't like those knives. They're annoying. I had a feeling this was another kill all the enemies before you can advance type of area. Well, now the bats are in at least a recognizable pattern. Ah, damn it. Shit, well, let's move to the right a little bit. You just kind of sometimes gotta watch where the bats are, the current pattern that the bats are flying, and attack where you know they will move to. The bombs are kind of nice. They'll make an explosion that will linger for a little bit. I really hate the bats. But they'll make an explosion that kind of lingers for a while, and enemies can run into that explosion and be killed. Stupid frickin' bat. And the knife. I'm almost out of energy. Yikes. Crap. Can I get a potion? Like I said, the enemies will spawn, or respawn, if you back off and then come back to where they were. Oh, great. I can tell I'm in big trouble. Damn it. Yeah, that really sucks. You can be put all the way back at the beginning of a stage. But yeah, there were a number of systems that I think were supposed to get a Castlevania game where it was planned and it never happened. From what I read, there was supposed to be one for the Sega CD. I would have liked to see that happen. And here's one of those kill all the enemies scenarios. It's a candlestick, a chair, and a table that attack you. Kind of makes me think of, I think there's a part of Castlevania Symphony of the Night where that happens. Kind of looks like that chandelier is just waiting to fall on you like it does in some of the Castlevania games. Hate those bats. Ah, god damn it! Hate the bats. Hate the dogs. Not fond of those knives either. Pain in the butt. Those hopping paintings make me laugh. Ah, damn it! Let's just get out of here. Yeah, now I'm starting to use those bombs. And you can see how they're pretty useful sometimes in the areas where the enemies, or where you have to kill a whole bunch of enemies before you can advance. But yeah, I other than the bats and the dogs and some other enemies that have annoying movement patterns, I really like this this knockoff of Castlevania. Well, at least it cleared out the killer chair. Yeah, I don't want that item. The hammer and the sword are both good for reach weapons, you know, longer range weapons. And now we're gonna go to the third part of round 2. Like I was saying earlier, there is a code that lets you do kind of a cheat mode, and I think it's you hold up and left and 1 and 2 at the title screen, but you have to be at the right title screen, and there I can fall through the bottom without dying. Well, you kind of have to fall through there. Yeah, the stages are the Thames, House of Wax, Epitaph or Graveyard, that's the third one, and the fourth is Laboratory, and then the fifth is called In the Wake of Dracula. The final boss is not actually Dracula. He is a vampire by the name of Count Masson. Yeah, the axe just does not have very good range, but it is the strongest regular main weapon. Hate those bats. That was worth going back and getting. But yeah, at the title screen that says like the full name of the game plus shows the company and the year, you hold up and left and 1 and 2, and you will go to a cheat mode that allows you to be completely invincible, and it lets you fall into abysses and reappear at the top without losing a life. Very, very cool. You can also do a sound test. You can listen to the different soundtracks from the game. God damn, I hate those bats. There we go. And there might be 1 or 2, well, there's stage select as well. You can select which stage or round you want to start on. There we go. Is that the end of that stage? No. Killer furniture again. Ugh. And there'll be like 1 or 2 times where guys will fall from above down on you, and you're totally not prepared for that. Yeah, definitely do not want the knife. The knife sucks. Oh, here's the boss. And this is actually a possessed girl. She's not bad. She sends out this flying skull, and it kind of looks like she farted it out or something. It looked like it came out of her ass. But the skull is kind of a pain. I can't really discern its movement pattern. But here, I think, is where bombs are useful. And it gets sucked back into her ass. And then she farts it back out. Yeah, here's a good thing to do is go back in the corner maybe and start chucking bombs when it comes close. Again, you can goes right back in her ass. But yeah, you can collect the same weapon over and over again, and you can have a whole bunch of them in your stock. But yeah, it's good to chuck bombs from a corner and then just keep hacking at it. I can't be the only one that said that looks pretty suspect. Yeah, she was just possessed into farting out a giant skull. She's not a bad guy herself. Yeah, it's a psychic girl. Yeah, I like the backstory. I love the music. I like the cutscenes. This is really a cool game, and if you'd never heard of it because it didn't show up in America, then seek it out. It's really quite cool. Pretty impressive copycat of Castlevania. And now we go to the cemetery, or the graveyard. They call it Epitaph. And you will face the first of many forms of Count Masson as the boss at the end of this round. And we have these hunchback type of guys, or maybe they're grave diggers or something. These guys will stop popping up out of the ground. Stupid dog. When you get to the stone floor area. Stupid dogs, stupid bats. Shit. Such a pain. Yeah, sometimes there are patterns you can't really. Now that was one shot from my pistol. Yeah, the pistol is really a lame sub weapon. God damn it! Hate those bats. Eat a bomb. Stupid dog. Unlike some versions of Castlevania, or some Castlevania games, we're gonna scoop forward from this point on just to see later parts of this round. Unlike some Castlevania games, you can't jump and land on an upper stair and continue to climb. Yeah, you gotta watch for that part. You can fall down on spikes if you aren't careful. Falling on the spikes will not automatically kill you like some Castlevania games, or they don't cause a ridiculous amount of damage. That's where you need to go to end that stage. It starts to get the the stages start to get labyrinthine. There's multiple paths to go and you can kind of get lost. You asshole bat! This resembles the the clock tower type of stages from Castlevania. And sometimes there will be sometimes there will be masks floating over spikes that just might not be worth trying to get. Unless they got potions and you really need a potion. Because like I said, the potions will restore a lot of life. And that was my last life there. And then you get an opportunity to continue or not continue. Game over. I like the Ouija board motif there. But we'll see later later parts of the stage or the round. This is still round 3 too. I put on I think infinite energy cheat at this point, and that was through Pro Action Replay. And we now have these guys that will shoot some sort of wave at you. And we'll scoot forward, and here's another something taken from the Castlevania games, is this pendulum that you need to ride across the way. But it can swing you right into spikes if you're not careful. Yeah, you see the gears from the clock tower, just like the parts in other Castlevania games. But yeah, we're just scooting ahead so we can see other parts of the stages. And you need to jump off here, but you need to hook left a little bit. I kind of paused because I was like, oh, what do I do here? No, you need to do hook left. Oh, I died. Because that is where you're going to face a boss. This is the first form of Count Masson, and he spins in a circle around you very fast, or faster, as you attack him. And he might stop, and when he does, you'll want to hit him. And he'll sling fireballs at you too as he spins around. This is actually where the gun might be useful. See, I was able to kill him with the wussy gun. Yeah, I like the dialogue. I like the cutscenes after you beat a boss. And now we're gonna go to round 4. And round 4 is the laboratory area. And at the end of round 4, you will face a second form of Count Masson. And then at the end of the next round, called In the Wake of Dracula, round 5, you will face 2 forms of Count Masson, and then you will beat the game. If you are using Pro Action Replay code, you can put in infinite energy, which is 00CA3A20. But you can also use a better code through the cheat menu, and again you hold up and left and button 1 and 2 at the full title screen that says, like, whatever year, 1993 I think it was, yeah. Sega, and you do that, and then you get a special cheat menu. And here is a scene where you have to break bricks to be able to continue. You can break them to the left, and you'll get a potion, I think. Oh no, you get steak. There's the steak. Not an edible steak, but the vampire steak. That was the end of round 4. stage 1. But yeah, we'll scoot forward to other parts of the game. And there's more paintings and whatnot, more furniture coming after you. And another one of those kill everyone before you can advance type of areas. And really, yeah, going down and killing that green garbed enemy will end that area quicker. And killing that painting will end this area quicker. Ouch. Yeah, there's so many paths to take. I'm just scooting forward so I can show you where the ending of the stage is. And we got more of those wax statues that follow you. I hate those bats. Well, fortunately I have infinite energy cheat. And there's the spike, or the stake again. And later on there will be a series of rotating platforms. And I'm sorry for that little bloop. I think I had a instant messenger for Facebook on, and somebody was messaging me. But we're just looking at the various areas in this final part of round 4. That it looks like water or something. It doesn't rise to drown you or anything, and it's not going to hurt you if you touch it. You've got to wade through it to go to the right and finish the stage and reach the boss. Oh, I got the stake again. But yeah, you can collect multiple of the same sub-weapon over and over and get more stock. Definitely don't want that knife. But yeah, the item or sub-weapon or whatever will disappear very quickly if you don't need it. And there's another version of Count Masson, and this time he will disappear and scatter fireballs that bounce all over the place. Very annoying. And then he'll reappear somewhere else, and you'll need to attack him when he stops. Such a cool game. I really like this. It's really impressed me. And very, very obviously a Castlevania copycat or I guess ripoff, but it's original enough, so I'm loath to call it a ripoff. Just kind of a copycat. We'll just scoot forward to me beating this guy. There we go. But he makes 2 more appearances as 2 bosses at the end of round 5. He says, "Grant me power," but you don't face him again right away. There, he'll disappear, and then you'll go to the next round. But yeah, this game really impressed the socks off me. We'll look at the cutscene here. But yeah, the best regular weapon I would have to say is the axe, and the best sub-weapon is the stake. But the other weapons can be useful in certain circumstances. Even the wussy pistol, I was able to kill off one form of Count Masson. And here you need to duck to get out of that cage area. This part is super labyrinthine, and there is only one part to round 5. But it's super long, and there's so many different paths you can take. But note the path that I'm taking, and you'll want to follow that. scoot forward to a little later on that same scene, and you'll want to take the directions that I'm taking. And this time we have spikes that are brown spikes, and you need to fall down there, but you needed to hook to the right. And I just paused there because I was like, oh crap. But you fall back here, so you need to fall through and hook big time to the right, and there is where I needed to go. That's cool that you get to try it again if you screwed up. I really don't need the potion if I have a infinite energy cheat. You'll still, of course, die if you fall through an abyss that you weren't supposed to. No, I don't want the knife. And now we face one form of Count Masson. And fighting the first one, is this the one with the rotating platforms? We'll see in just a minute. Oh, come on. Yeah, well, this has falling platforms, and you need to jump on them. You gotta watch out because there are spikes that will jut out through the floor and hurt you. But you'll want to jump on the platforms to get high enough to whack him, or maybe throw a sub-weapon at him. Damn it. But we'll scoot forward to me killing him. I was able to chuck a stake at him. And now we'll kill him. Also has a fireball bouncing around at you. Grah! And then you have to fight him again. Or no, you have to. Yeah, you have to fight him again. And this is kind of a weird part here. I think you have to like attack. Yeah, you have to hit him as you cycle through these different images of him. And then he'll do a very it's very much like the final boss in the first Castlevania. You have to hit him when he appears, and he'll be sending bats at you. And now he's got a rotating shield of bats around him. And this will be the final time that we kill him. This is going to be the ending of Master of Darkness. Very, very, very good Castlevania copycat game created by a company called SIMS, which stands for Soft Development Innovation. Multi-Success. And Sega. Released only in Europe, as far as I know, in 1993. And yeah, I'm gonna stop using Format Factory. It screwed up the text a few times here. Really annoying. But I'm gonna try a different software and see if that's better. I mean, I have to use some sort of software that will squish the size, because it's way too big to work with my video editing program. I could probably stand to get a better video editing program too, but it was free. It's the old Movie Maker, or Windows Movie Maker. But if I don't convert the video file that I create through the Kega Fusion program that I use to run, or that's the emulator. If I don't convert that file that I make, then it won't. I won't be able to see it. It's kind of stupid. But at any rate, this was Master of Darkness, created by SIMS and Sega in 1993 in Europe. Not released in the US, but well worth tracking down and ordering a copy off of eBay or Amazon or whatever if you have a Sega Master System. Or if you have the emulator, just get the game ROM. But very cool and worth checking out. But this was game number 7 in our 20 from the Sega Master System series. Look forward to finishing off the series sometime. Probably be some more nice surprises, games that you might not have known that were for the Sega Master System series coming up, or for the Sega Master System. But yeah, we will look at that trick, the cheat menu. Like I said, at the title screen, this title screen, hold up and left, and button 1 and 2, and there you can check. You can choose the round number. You can choose the stage number. You can choose how many lives, up to a total of 9. And you can change hit check to, what does that say, EF or FF? If you change it to that, then you cannot be hurt, and you cannot fall into an abyss and die. It's kind of cool. And you can choose the different soundtracks. Very, very cool. But yeah, set it to, or maybe that's FF. Set it to that, and you cannot be hurt. And if you fall into an abyss, you will reappear at the top of the screen without dying. Very frickin' cool. I think I've already had bats go right through me. There's that steak. Yeah, a steak can go through multiple enemies. Yep, the bat went right through me. And then I'll fall right through the bottom and reappear at the top. Ain't that cool? Well, that was Master of Darkness, created by SIMS and Sega in 1993 in Europe. And that was game number 7 in our 20 from the Sega Master System series. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80, so thanks for watching. I hope you join me soon for game number 6. Y'all have a good one, everybody, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.